So the uncertainty over such a key cabinet position comes as the president-elect is set to face chaos around the globe head-on as soon as he takes the oath of office here in just 47 days. The incoming administration will inherit a new point of turmoil in South Korea. Right now, martial law has been rescinded in the country after being enacted for hours. The decision sparked by a corruption scandal and increased tensions with the North, igniting chaos and protests. As far away as Korea and the Middle East, and as close as our own southern border, America's allies and our enemies are closely watching how the current administration and the incoming one will react to these conflicts. NewsNation's Alina Shirazi has more from D.C. this morning. Alina, good morning to you. The world is wondering how President Trump will handle things differently than Biden. What clues has he offered up there?
Markie, good morning. Good to be with you again. Well, the Biden administration says that they were caught off guard by the chaos unfolding here in South Korea. But as for those clues, President-elect Trump, he has yet to weigh in. But for ongoing conflicts in Europe and the Middle East, he says he has certainly got a plan.
One of President Trump's first priorities will be to end the war in Gaza and free the remaining hostages held by Hamas, even demanding that they be released by his inauguration, or there will be all hell to pay in the Middle East. Trump is a staunch ally of Israel, as is his pick for ambassador to that country, Mike Huckabee.
We're going to take care of Israel. We work with Israel.
The Trump administration is also expected to take a hawkish stance on Iran and their proxies. That includes Hamas, Hezbollah, and the Houthis in Yemen. When it comes to the Russia-Ukraine war, Trump has frequently stated his belief that he has the deal-making skills to negotiate an end to the conflict quickly. He might prioritize brokering a ceasefire or peace deal between Ukraine and Russia, potentially allowing Russia to keep territory it already occupies. Something Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has recently softened his stance on, but would likely ask for security guarantees from the United States and NATO. Then there's the possibility of China invading Taiwan. Beijing considers Taiwan a breakaway province that is an inseparable part of China and promises to rule the country one day by force if needed. During his first term, Trump bolstered U.S.-Taiwan relations by increasing arms sales to Taiwan and approving high-profile diplomatic exchanges, which Beijing strongly opposed. His hardline economic stance on China also signals a willingness to support Taiwan. But Trump has also been critical of U.S. spending on Taiwan's defense and accused the country of taking U.S. jobs in the semiconductor industry, which can be found in everything from phones to missiles. And Taiwan produces about 90% of the world's supply.
The bigger fight is over tariffs now than it is over any kind of military conflagration.
And of course, there's Mexico and the southern border as well, which you touched on there, Markie. But President-elect Trump and Mexico's president, we do know, spoke last week. As a result, Trump has threatened while he was there for that conversation, crippling tariffs if Mexico does not stop drug smuggling as well as illegal immigration.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.